Hi everyone. I wanted to share with you a dream that I had early this morning and then the word that the Lord gave me when I asked Him about the dream. So I'm going to try to explain this dream as best as I can. But I was at some kind of function. I don't really know what the function was, but while I was there was a woman going around to everybody. She was complaining. And I don't know what she was complaining about. But she kept moving from person to person to person. And then I thought I needed to go to my cousin's house for some reason. And this is actually a cousin of mine who doesn't know the Lord and doesn't even live in the same state as me. But so I was getting ready to go to my cousin's house for whatever reason, and as I was leaving this facility or this function, I kept going to people and I kept saying, "What time is the wedding? What time is the wedding? I need to know what time the wedding is so I'll be back in time." And I think they said like 5 o'clock or something like that. I'm like, okay. So I take off and I'm driving. It's like I flash forward and I'm at my destination now, and I look and there's like utility trucks and stuff all around in front of my cousin's house. But I just go right past them. I drive in to the driveway, flash forward, I'm in the kitchen and I'm looking for something in my head. I'm looking for the address of my cousin's house because I need to tell somebody where I am. And just as I go to look into like they have like a little box hanging on the wall with a bunch of envelopes, and I'm like, the address has got to be on one of these envelopes. Before I go to pull the envelope out, I start hearing like the beeping of a truck that's backing up. So I go to the window and I look and I see semis and semi-trailers and things like that out there, and they're starting to surround something, and I look further and I see a huge sinkhole right where I just drove over. And I'm like, that sinkhole wasn't there when I drove into my cousin's driveway. So I'm thinking, how am I going to get out of this house with this sinkhole there? And I got to get back because I have this wedding. So as I start looking into this sinkhole, it's not made of mud. The sinkhole is actually like rock. The sinkhole has tons of huge like boulders all the way down. Then all of a sudden I start seeing this mob of people rushing this sinkhole. And I'm thinking to myself, what are they trying to do? They're trying to hold up the sinkhole? Like hold it up from falling in more? Next thing I know, the people all fall down and they start expanding and falling. So it's kind of like if you're looking at a clock, it's like looking at 11 o'clock. The people fall at the 11 o'clock slot into the hole, and they're now starting to roll down the sinkhole. But it's a mob that is all neatly grouped together. As people start falling, as they fall to the bottom of the row of people, the person up above them grabs them and holds on to them. Then somebody else rolls down all the people, and the bottom person that was just caught now grabs the next person. And the hole is expanding, and the people are expanding as they're going down into the hole. But here's the crazy thing. All of the people that were in the hole and going down the hole were all dressed in military uniforms, American military uniforms, all branches of our service. And the branch that stood out the most to me was the Navy. And it was all men. As they were going down the hole, the man up above would grab the next man so he didn't fall in. Once he secured that man, another man would roll right down. And this was like, these were hundreds of people rolling down into this hole. So as this was happening, then the hole was expanding and more and more and more of our military was going into this sinkhole. So this morning I was in prayer and I asked the Lord, like, what is this? Like, what did you show me? And I just kept thinking, like, our military, our government is blindly rolling down this hill. So this is what the Lord shared with me this morning. He said, "It has begun. The righteous shall stand, but the wicked will fall. They shall cease from coming against my people. They will cease from the lies being told. I shall stop them in their tracks and keep their motives from going forward. They will not touch my holy land. You will be punished for your iniquity. The gates of hell are wide open for those who sin against the living God. You will not go unpunished. Those who think they can flee and escape and be exempt will soon learn who I am. Not one will go unpunished. I am the Lord. The battle has begun, and I will win. I will bring them down to their knees, and I will show them their ways. It is not acceptable in my sight. You will not come against my holy land. I will not tolerate it. You will be brought to your knees, and you will be judged for your crimes and your disobedience. This was not my plan for you. This was not my intention, but you've left me no choice but to move forward in my will. What has been set in motion cannot be stopped, and will move forward just as it is written in my word. There are no changes, and there are no exceptions."